What was your first comedy show, and what was your first music concert?
First concert was the Beach Boys, 1987, maybe?
Was this John Stamos era Beach Boys?
No, I didn't see Stamos.
Okay.
Just a regular-ass drummer. I don't know who was in the band at that time.
Hey, it's Tom. We're going to be doing something a little different for the next few weeks. Since the YouTube algorithm hates super long videos, I'm going to be releasing best of the episode versions of the podcast on Thursdays for a little while. They'll be 8 to 15 minutes long, and if you like it and you'll want to watch the full episode, you'll find a link at the end of this to the whole podcast episode. And of course, you can listen to the whole thing on your favorite podcast player. The List Show will be back in a little while. I picked up a new gig as one of the new hosts over at Task and Purpose. So between that and stand-up comedy, I'll have a lot of content out there across the internet for you. So thanks for watching. Now, let's hit it.
Guilty pleasure song.
There's a lot of them. What's one of yours?
One of mine. What did I just? Oh, it's a Jonas Brothers song.
Okay.
What's it? It's a new one.
Oh, I wouldn't even know.
Sucker. It's their new little bop, and by new I mean like a
about a
couple
lollipop?
3 years. No.
Oh.
It's fun. You know what? The first time I heard it was actually.
Wait, are the three of them still doing songs?
Yeah. They just got back. They got back together.
Or is there two or three?
It's three.
Okay, so I get Hanson.
But there's also three in the Hanson Brothers.
Right.
Yeah, the first time I heard it was actually a rock cover by a bunch of dudes on the internet. And I was like, this is pretty good. Let me see what the original sounds like. And the original I was like, oh, I like this too. And it's this weird. It's for some reason I can lift to it. It's one of those songs I put it on and I'm like, all right, here we go.
Dude, they're
what's
talented.
one rep max?
Jonas Brothers are great.
Yeah.
I don't really know their music, but I respect the fact that they're fantastic.
Yeah, I don't really know their music. I know that one song. I can't name another one.
So my guilty pleasure song would be another incredibly, I don't even know the guy's real name, but I believe he's a one-man band. It's Owl City.
Owl City?
Owl, like
Owl
O-W-L City. You ever hear the song Fireflies?
No.
It's such a, I don't want to say a weak, it's like just a, God, how do I describe it? Play it if you want to.
I'm looking for it.
It came out, I want to say, in 2009 or 10. And from what I understand, this guy made the entire album like in his basement and played every instrument. And to this day, I think he's still making... Oh, he had a hit song with Call Me Lately, or Call Me Maybe. What's her name?
Oh, Carly Rae Jepsen.
They had a song together called...
I hate that I know that.
It's Always a Good Time. That's Owl City.
Don't know it.
Okay, it was a big hit like, I don't know how many years ago.
Okay.
But I guess Owl City is one guy who plays every instrument.
It's like the Bo Burnham of pop
pretty
music.
much.
All right.
And it's a beautiful song called Fireflies.
Okay. I'll have to look it up.
And I can't get enough of it, but it's kind of like, it's not a masculine song by any stretch of the imagination. But it's just a lovely song. I don't know how else to describe it. It's fucking lovely. And to this day, I think he's still making... Oh, he had a hit song with Call Me Lately, or Call Me Maybe. What's her name?
Oh, Carly Rae Jepsen.
They had a song together called...
I hate that I know that.
It's Always a Good Time. That's Owl City.
Don't know it.
Okay, it was a big hit like, I don't know how many years ago.
Okay.
But I guess Owl City is one guy who plays every instrument.
It's like the Bo Burnham of pop. What's your favorite musical memory?
Ooh, there's a couple. I'll give you a goofy one. In college, I went to college in Philly, and very small school, 2,500 kids tops. It was also a suitcase school, so it was in the middle of West Philly. Most students...
Born and raised? On the playground?
Is that north. I went to the playground on occasion.
Is that not where you were raised, though?
I was raised an hour north.
Okay.
But then lived in Philly, so...
But on the playground?
I was raised on the playground. We didn't have a roof. It was,
Good.
I slept on a picnic table.
Good.
And most of the students in our school would commute. So there was like literally one dorm building, and on weekends, everyone left. Well, they announced the Roots were coming to play, which in hindsight, you and I know, oh, for them, that's just a college gig.
Yeah.
Because this is before the Roots really blew up. Like,
right.
Illadelph Half-Life was out, and I love that album, but they hadn't hit the song with Erykah Badu yet that really blew them up. So they were on BET, but they weren't on MTV. But they were still, like, successful. They were coming to play, and I was like, oh, my God, I'm stoked. But it was on, like, a Friday night. So I go to the show, and I'm telling you, it was in our gymnasium, our shitty little gymnasium, where, like, on the stage was the gym equipment. They had to set up, essentially, in front of the gym equipment on the stage. Yeah. There was maybe 100, if that, at the show. They still played for 90 minutes, crushed it. They hung out afterwards. I talked to Questlove for like 15 minutes.
Hysterical.
And at one point, he's like, "Hey, do you want to see our new album?" I was like, "Yeah." It would have been Things Fall Apart, that album they were working on. And he opens it, and it was Jay-Z The Blueprint. He's like, "Oh, man." He's like, "My bad. I took it out and put in this Jay-Z one." I was like, okay. And so everyone was super cool. Fast forward a couple years later.
That's hysterical.
They're famous as famous goes. And, Things Fall Apart came out. Yeah. What They Do came out. Actually, that was Ill Delph. The song with You Got Me with Erykah Badu, all that stuff. And they're doing some kind of interview. And they're like, "What's the worst show you've ever done?" And apparently Black Thought was like, "Oh, man, this small pharmacy school in West Philly. Worst show we've ever done." And I was like, yeah. I was like, I want to do a set on Fallon just to tell that story. Like,
that'd be amazing.
I know.
Have you had the opportunity to run into Questlove or any of those guys since then?
No, but I did message the booker, the comedy booker of Fallon, because we kind of know each other, you know? And I sent him the story, and he showed it to, I forget who he told me, someone on the band, and the guy was like, "Oh, I remember that show like it was yesterday." And this is 25 years ago.
Hilarious.
So that's how bad that show was for them.
What's your worst show? What is your I'm going to remember this 25 years from now?
I don't have, that's the thing is I think I put them, I forget about them right away.
Okay.
So I don't
just
have
like purge them out of your brain?
Like we've both done these horrible shows where like, why are we at a fish restaurant and why is there a microphone? Like things like that. But like...
That feels very pointed.
Oh yeah, I remember there was some Long Beach thing one time where we shouldn't have been there.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I remember it.
Yeah, it was like a family trying to eat. I'm like, I'm sorry. Yeah, and then the goal is you want to feel like you're pretty good at it too.
Right.
Like that's the goal. And I don't know if you've noticed this, but everyone I've talked to, every comic this weekend, has had one show this weekend where they're like, "Man, I don't know what happened there." Yes. Like every one of us. There's some 30-year vets on this. Everyone is like, has one show this week and we're like, "Yeah, man, I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess maybe not for me."
Yep. Every rock star wants to be a comedian. Every comedian wants to be a rock star. You're around a lot of pro wrestlers who are rock stars in their own right.
Yeah.
And you're a comedian. Do you feel like there's something in that rock star or pro wrestling, combat sports kind of arena where they're like, "Yeah, man, I want to be funny too"?
Dude, the amount of pro wrestlers who are obsessed with comedy and then vice versa. I mean, you know it. You see how many comedians you know.
Brad goes on the fucking Chris Jericho tour every year.
100%. And one of the comics in this festival last night, he's wearing the T-shirt and the vest of LA Knights, who's with WWE. Him and I were roommates at one point.
Yeah.
Like we were like me, him, and another wrestler were living together before, like right up until I went to WWE. And then sure enough, he ended up going back to WWE like a couple years later. And so I told this comic, I go, "Oh, that shirt, it's my former roommate." His jaw dropped like, "What?" Comedians love wrestling and vice versa because the life is similar. Because you start off for years making no money, losing money, eating it every night, just in different ways. Comics, it's psychologically. Wrestling, it's physically. A little bit of psychologically as well. And you just have to work relentlessly and dedicate yourself to make it. So I think that's where the parallel is. And then obviously there's the performance, because as a wrestler, you could be the greatest technician in the world. You could be a high flyer, but if you're not a personality, you're not going to get over with the audience. You're only going to get so far.
Right.
And that's one of the things I tell younger wrestlers kind of getting into things, like from a broadcast perspective. I'm like, if you don't give the audience something to care about, they're just going to move on after you do something crazy.
Right.
And so that's where I think there's the parallel there, because as comedians, we have to find ways to stand out, and wrestlers do as well.